finale round of Garland here today. Trees changing, temperature pretty cold. Maybe only about 55, 56. But we're out here ready to take down this king once and for all. I have shot 80 on the nose on this course 3 times. It's time to break through. What's up, everybody? It's Buffalo Ben 15 Golf back at it again. And today we have finally arrived at the course where I did my second internship for the PGA Golf Management Program, Garland Lodge and Golf Resort in Lewiston. This place was made for me, man, right? My last name's Lewis, living in Lewiston. I mean, can you script it any better, right? Can you script this tee shot any better, too? Straight down the middle, left side of the fairway. 86, straight downwind, a strong downwind. So as you heard in the little drive up to the first tee, figured I'd give you a little drive up to that first tee. This course deserves it, right? So anyways, as you heard me explain to you guys, I've shot 80 on this course 3 times, but have not broken through. This was the last day that I was working at Garland. This was October 9th, 2024. And after this round, I drove all the way back to Metro Detroit, where I just kind of had 2 months of really not a whole lot going on. I was working at a job that I did not enjoy, but you know what? Got to do what you got to do sometimes. I will say, though, the job that I was working gave me a new appreciation for what I'm doing, because it gave me a look at what my life would be like if I didn't succeed at graduating, and I didn't want that to become a reality. I don't want a bogey to become a reality either. There we go. Stroke hole 1, in for par, wind whipping like crazy. Gotta love it. Fairway green 2-putt par. Cannot start off much better than that. And but yeah, guys, Garland has 4 18-hole courses: the Monarch, the Reflections, the Swamp Fire, and the Fountains. This is my personal favorite out of the 4. Enjoyed every time I got a chance to play on this Monarch course. Thankfully, there was a tee time open at about 3 o'clock. I teed off after a shift that went from 7 to 2 p.m. 29. So got to hit a few balls before
you do not want to be over
I teed it up here. And this is a very tough course. This is the toughest of the 4 courses we have. 73.1 rating, 140 slope.
Utter silence in the crowd.
And this shot, let's see if I make it look easy.
Oh my gosh, did that go in?
I think that answer is yes.
Holy smokes, I think it did. I think it spun in the hole.
Perhaps even a hell yes, shall we say. I hit a pitching wedge from 129 yards out. It pitched what looked like about a foot away from the hole to the left, and then spun straight back and to the right.
This is crazy.
Did not see where it ended up.
I'm never.
So let's find out.
Oh my gosh, I don't think I need it. I think it did go in. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I think it went in. I think it went in the hole. You're kidding me.
Ow! Ow! How is that possible?
Come on. Come on. That's an eagle. A 2-on-2. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
It actually happened.
Wow.
It
I'm giving you
actually
two.
happened!
I'm going to give you 2. There's 1 for 1 under. 2 for 2 under.
Trust me, guys, I have been counting. It took 1,106 holes from the very first hole I have ever played on this channel. And I did it.
Oh. Oh my gosh. That's an eagle, dude.
It was the moment you have all been waiting for. To all of the PGM students, all the Ferris students watching me, this being the weekend of spring break, I'm posting this. I was determined to start your spring break off right. You're frickin' welcome. Come on.
I'm just on the left.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it, dude. 6th eagle of my life. The first 5 were not recorded. Finally, it happened. Just unbelievable. And you guys are going to see that throughout this round, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. It gets a little rocky from here on out. But you guys are going to see that every time things are starting to accumulate against me as I'm playing through this round, as you see here, of course, I could not keep a square off the card on the following hole, right? I mean, you know, that's 5 to 10 handicap golf for you, right? After you get a birdie, you get a big head, or an eagle, you get a really big head, inflated ego, and just kind of try to be too perfect on the next hole. But what can you do? We're still 1 under through 3 holes. Excellent start on a very tough course. So, I mean, guys, you guys are going to see as things happen in this round that don't go to plan, you guys are going to see that that eagle really helped me loosen up, knowing that I have 2 more strokes to work with, essentially, than I thought that I would today. You guys are going to see that it calms me down when I need it most. And as you see here, this is exactly one of those situations. Dead pull a pitching wedge. Of course, the same club that I used to hole that shot on hole 2 from the fairway, only 2 yards different into the pin. Absolutely abhorrent, terrible, disgusting golf shot. But you guys see here, I don't try to be too cute with this. Normally, you know, I might be 1 over instead of 1 under this far into the round, maybe even 2 over if I have a pretty bad start. But that would warrant me trying a little kind of cutesy hero shot. But that time, I just focused on getting it on the green and focusing on putting myself in a situation where I have a right to left putt, as you see here. Just getting that 2 putt. This was barely good enough to not take my time over this next one. Little bit of a questionable gimme, but, you know, it's in. What are you going to do? So, right back to where we started, right? At even par. Golf is a funny game, guys, but it was no laughing matter when it was actually happening. I couldn't believe what I had just done. I did it. I felt so good about it. And I'm beyond words, even looking at it again. And as you see here, not trying to kill this one on the reachable par 5 here. Yeah, as you see, this is a very tricky par 5 at Garland here. Only 472 yards from the blue tees. You can get there in 2, but you have to kind of take a risky line through that gap in the trees sort of on the right side of your screen. And after 2 bogeys, I was like, you know what? I'm at even par still through 4. There's no reason I have to go for this early. Just take your medicine, get it, punch out left, and give myself another wedge in. And that's exactly what we've done here. A 120-yard gap wedge. Pin could not be easier. I do pull this one a little bit, but not nearly as bad as the one in the last hole, but still a little short. One thing that I was struggling with a little bit was leaving a lot of shots short today, and I think you saw that to a degree at Thunder Bay on the last vlog as well. Just the colder temperatures, not used to it as much. What a try that was. Let me tell you something, I'm also not used to draining 50-footers and it almost happened. I mean, what a chaotic round so far, guys, through 5 holes. But as you see there, no issues, tap in par, could do that with my eyes closed, one arm tied behind my back to get that one in less than 6 inches away. Just easy tap in, getting off the bogey train. And not a moment too soon, as I have another hole where I leave it short just a touch. There's some water in front of this green. Let's see. Okay. Just made it over. But yeah, I mean, you guys didn't see me kind of one-handed follow through that, kind of look up to the sky in disgust. I thought that was money, that shot that I just hit on that tee right there. But as you see, and there's another shot that I leave short. Granted, only 3 feet. Still probably going to have no problems cleaning this one up. But it was a real adjustment that I was not ready for. This October weather, now in the final month and a half of the season. And, you know, just something I wasn't ready for sure. Even though I was striking the ball really well, apart from that one pitching wedge that I pulled really badly. I mean, that par 3 was 186 yards on the third. I had to take a 4-iron. Normally in peak season, right, that'd be a 5-iron. Heck, maybe even a 6-iron if I had a little bit of wind with me. But as you see here, I had to take a 4-iron. I thought about pulling the head cover off the 5-wood even, and I hit that 4-iron really well. If you guys remember, I turned the sound up a little bit so I could just display to you guys how nice that strike was, and I barely got it past pin high. I mean, no kidding that this course is the toughest of the 4, and it certainly made no mistake at proving that to me today. As you see here, another 4-iron having to be hit into an approach shot this time, even after a drive that I was somewhat happy with. So, yeah, guys, I mean, it's really, really difficult course here. If you ever come to Garland and you break 80 on the Monarch from the blue tees, you are doing a whole lot right, let me tell you. There is a reason I was not able to do it throughout the entire time that I was here. My best score on the Fountains course, I shot a 75. My best on the Reflections, I shot a 77 3 times. I broke 80 the most out of that, out of the 4 courses. I believe I broke it 5 times. Yet another putt short there, interrupting myself for reasons I wish I didn't have to. But tap in bogey there. First time all day we're over par. And the fact that I lasted over a third of the way through the course before having to say that is a massive achievement in itself. But anyways, guys, yeah. Best score on the Fountains was a 75. Best on the Reflections, which is the easiest of the 4 courses here. I believe that one's a 71.3 rating and a 133 slope from the blue tees. I shot 77 3 times, broke 85 times. Swamp Fire, the second toughest, in my opinion, in some days, especially kind of wetter days, colder days, with all the water on Swamp Fire, aptly named, 16 out of 18 holes have water on them. That was a course that I only broke 80 once on as well. I shot a 78. And to this day, this was the one that I still didn't have. There was a series that I wanted to do here at Garland called the Garland Gauntlet, where I was going to attempt to break 80 on all 4 courses in a row without failing. And I could never get past the second course. I was always able to, whenever I started the challenge, I would usually start it on the Monarch because that was the toughest course and I wanted to get it out of the way. But I eventually figured out that, I had to kind of have my game in a prime spot to be able to shoot below 80 on the Monarch. And about halfway through being at Garland, late August into early September, I began starting the challenge on the reflections course, and I'd get past it almost every time. But it would be that second course, and I'd usually try to do either the Monarch or the Swamp Fire. And like I said, all 3 of those 80s came in pursuit of completing that Garland Gauntlet, the second out of the 4 courses on this course. And it was a series that my game just wasn't ready for. Just couldn't come to fruition.
Beautiful stroke. That's a real test of intestinal fortitude right there.
And that's more of a welcome interruption there. Draining a very difficult sliding putt, threatening to break right. Able to get that one in there to save par. So as you can see, ever since those 2 bogeys that I got on holes 3 and 4, things have really stabilized for us. So heading into this 9th hole, shortest par 4 on the course, it just got a hell of a lot longer. That might be the worst shot I've ever hit with that club.
And he just duffed it.
I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. That
almost got out of the front 9 unscathed with penalties, but taking our first one. I mean, that was a borderline re-tee. That was how bad that was. I mean, I could only go up about 120 yards. I've still got almost 250 into this pin here. Taking a 5-wood gutsy call after just hooking it, but this one is a lot better. Get it down to the end of that fairway, just going to have a short pitch in. Well placed as well. This is one of the tricky holes on the course because of that deep bunker in front of the green. Luckily, the pin was left enough that I didn't have to go over it, especially on a shot where I can't get a ton of spin on this because I can't put a full swing on the wedge. And it is a tight window. This green is so narrow from front to back. And as you see, couldn't quite even hold it with no bunker in front of me. And I thought this was a pretty good swing into this green for that 4th. And as you see here, a very, very difficult shot here on the collar. And all of a sudden, we're threatening to miss out, even with an eagle on the card. Miss out on a sub 49 holes. I have to get up and down from here to get in with a 39. Very difficult, touchy little shot. Accelerated through it very nicely. Was very calm but quick. Didn't stand over that one that long. It will be a wedge-worthy tap-in for a 39 on the front 9 of Garland's Monarch. We are in great shape.
But in solid shape, and if nothing else comes at it today, an amazing channel memory. Amazing channel memory.
So there it is, guys, in all its glory. There is the 2-on-2, fittingly, the second hole. It got a little rocky, though. Like I said, towards the end, was able to stabilize it on holes 5 through 8, lost it a little bit on that 9th, but we got a par 5 coming up on the 10th. Will be a good chance to shake off, regroup, and get myself ready for the toughest 3-hole stretch, in my opinion, on the property, which is holes 11 through 13. 13 putts. The putter was on fire. And only 1 penalty, 3 out of 9 greens compared to 5 out of 7 fairways. That is a split that needs to be a lot better than that. I was not happy with that. But as you saw, I didn't feel like my iron game was really that bad. There was only one shot where I really pulled it badly to where I really deserved to miss that green. But other than that, oftentimes it was just being a little short, just trying to swing a little too hard at a certain club instead of taking one more club. I would say that course management was more to blame for that lack of greens hit than bad ball striking, because you are not going to argue with me when I drain a 130-yard fairway shot. You're just not. I mean, that is just as good as it gets. And I'm so glad that I finally got it on tape. And like I said, a series that never really came to fruition, the Garland Gauntlet. I could never get past that second course. Like I said, I shot 83 times on this course, and all 3 of those attempts were during that Garland Gauntlet. And I just couldn't ever get over that halfway hump. But hopefully, we can at least break 80 at all on all 4 courses, at least at some point. And to do so, on this round, we are going to need a plus 440 or better on the back 9. No par 70 or 71 luxury here. A long 9 holes, 3,400 yards, coming up a lot of holes into the wind on this back 9 that you guys will see coming out soon. I'm so glad I was able to get this out by spring break before I head to Mississippi. I'm leaving tomorrow morning bright and early at 6 a.m., driving all the way down there. And you guys, when that content comes out at some point after I'm done with all these 2024 videos, I've got 4 left after this one. You guys are going to love it. We're playing 3 top 10 courses in a row, the number 2 and number 10 courses in Mississippi and the number 9 in Louisiana. You guys are going to be in for a treat. And you guys were in for a treat today too. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This is Buffalo Ben 15 signing off. Have a good day, everyone.